One of the biggest fears people have during a divorce is, can I be forced to sell my home even if I don't want to? If you built a life in that home, raised your kids there, or poured your life savings into it, the thought of being forced to sell can feel devastating. But here's the truth. Sometimes you can be ordered to sell even if it's not what you want. And sometimes you have more options than you think. So in this video, we'll cover when and why a court might force a home sale, ways to avoid being forced into a bad decision, and what to do right now to keep your options open. Let's start with the legal side. A court may order the sale of your home in a divorce for a few common reasons. First, neither spouse can afford the home alone. If you both rely on two incomes to maintain the home and neither can qualify to refinance, the judge may order a sale to split the equity. Second, one spouse refuses to cooperate. If one party is blocking a refinancing or refusing to leave, the judge may decide that the best way forward is to sell and split the proceeds. And then third, there's no agreement in place. If you and your ex can't agree on who keeps the home, the court decides for you. And that often means selling. The big takeaway from this, if no one can afford to keep the home or there's major conflict, the court is more likely to view selling as the fair solution. Good news. Being forced to sell isn't always the outcome. In fact, many people avoid it altogether by doing a few smart things early in the process. First thing, a big one, is to create a clear plan in your divorce agreement. Spell out who keeps the home, who pays the mortgage, and how and when the home will be refinanced or sold. And add deadlines. If there's no follow through, it's easier to take the next steps legally. The next one is to refinance early if you're keeping the home. If you're awarded the home, start the refinance process immediately. Don't wait until deadlines are missed. Be proactive so you stay in control. Another is to negotiate for equity using other assets. Can't afford to buy out your ex? Consider trading other marital assets like retirement accounts, vehicles, or investments to offset their share. And then finally, get a realistic view of your finances. Wanting to keep the home and actually being able to keep the home are very different. A mortgage lender or financial advisor can help you see what's truly possible. Remember, the earlier you get clarity on what's realistic, the better chance you have of keeping the home on your terms, not the court's. If it looks like selling the home is unavoidable, don't panic. You still may have options if you act early. One of your best shots is to work with a real estate agent who understands divorce. This isn't a regular home sale. There are legal, emotional, and timing factors at play. A divorce-savvy agent can help mediate between parties, minimize delays, and keep the process running smoothly. Focus on equity and speed, not emotion. You want to sell that maximizes your equity without dragging out for months. Delays can increase stress, expenses, and risk conflict. And then finally, start planning your next move. Whether you're staying in the area or starting fresh somewhere else, having a plan for your next move will help you feel more confident and less overwhelmed. Being forced to sell your home in a divorce is never easy, but if you start early, get the right advice, and make informed decisions, you can stay in control of the outcome. I work with divorcing homeowners across Raleigh, Cary, and nearby areas, and I can help you understand what your options are, protect your equity, and move forward with peace of mind. Call or message me today to schedule a confidential strategy session. Let's talk about your options before someone else decides for you.